Yo, guess who's back? Wackaflcka is back, your friend. Sorry, I've been back for a bit. I've been streaming, but I have no idea what to record at the moment. I do know that I want to make another Rate My Glide, so that will be coming. But in the meantime, I'll be cosplaying Mid-Beast, and I'm gonna spectate what I do think to be the highest rated Twitch jungle on Europe West. And I figured I'd try this, see what you guys think. And maybe everyone can learn something. And of course, I'm going to give my own input here as well. If I think it's good, if I think it's bad. So it's also going to be a bit backseating here. Main goal obviously is to learn. And yeah, have some fun maybe. As per usual, we see the Wackaflcka stack here on red, which is always nice to see. And yeah, if you guys want more stuff like this here, where I spectate, I was trying to look at other challenger players on other Europe, other regions that plays this, to see if I could find someone. But I figured I'd start with this guy here. From what I believe, he's close to grandmaster at the moment. He has been grandmaster before. I've watched him maybe once, out of curiosity, but I didn't watch much. I just wanted to watch his start, what he did. But I don't recall anything, so yeah. Should be spicy. Comp is looking pretty yikes, yeah, from my perspective. And yeah, don't forget to smash subscribe, like, whatever, you know, would be much appreciated. We see the invade here. And, I mean, this is just better than what I would get, right? Like, everyone's here, even the mid laner. And that comes from good vision, right? So, this just goes to show again why it's so important to stack. Does Twitch get any kills? I don't remember what the bond was here to... this is gonna be awkward. Oh, nice, okay. Doing some LCS replay shit here. Nice. The fuck? Ah. I mean, it'd be kind of annoying to have this all the time, wouldn't it? Scoreboard. There we go. Alright. So, he goes for a mid lane gang first. I mean, this is probably based on the tempo of the game, right? It's a Lee Sin to it. But Twitch has quite a lot of ramp up, and I guess he used Flash too, which made it possible. But Twitch damage is very hard to ramp up. You have to do quite a lot of attacks to get your damage off. You know, as Bursty as other champions, so mid lane is usually a very hard lane to gank. And I just tend to not try that at all. I'd rather just go for a side lane gank. But yeah, again, comp, really fucking nasty. Draven, Nautilus, Rammus, it's instant yikes for me. Obviously, it's a lot better when you're playing jungle against something like this, because laning against Draven Nautilus is obviously a lot harder than it would be to jungle against it, because you just go whenever you want, so that's fine. So yeah, mid lane kill into a gank. I mean, into farming, sorry. He has 1200 gold. What items he's going to go, I'm not quite sure either. I do know he likes to go damage and not the build that I go. And his runes, as far as I know, are default temp when he goes domination. Another gank. Yeah, this goes. Swapping to the LCS view. Yeah, the flash. Always nice. So obviously, at this point here, I would look to recoil. I don't want to waste any more time, right? And he's doing the same. So the idea here is to just get back on the map as soon as possible. Or you can obviously try and go for another one, which is obviously viable too. Riven has flash too, so if she's willing to use her flash, it should be possible. Obviously, given how safe she's playing here, it's actually not that easy, but you know, can be possible. Riven doesn't have ignite though, which some people tend to do. And there we get the flash. Engage. So, I mean, I think most Twitch players could just agree here. Like, at this point here, if you get this amount of kills, you're set, right? Not to discredit the elo or anything, but it's always nice to get stats like this. Also gets the XP. And as you can see, he's cleared the single target camps, right? Blue, red, Gromp, and he's leaving the other ones. And as far as I know, he goes for, yeah, Noon Quiver. I like the fact that he didn't waste any more time. It's just greedy of Riven, and this is something that happens quite a lot, is they'll always stay like this. Like, you'll get the kill, you have TP, like, the wave is, like, kind of rip, but at the same time, it's good, you know? It's fine. Like, there's literally no need to do this, and if you're a top lane player and you get a gank top lane and they die, and you don't recall and you die when they come back, you deserve to be punished, okay? You deserve to lose some LP because you're literally inting. This hair's fine. Right? And the disadvantage here with like playing Draven, right, is that, or playing Twitch ADC against Draven, is that you're the main focus. As like you can see Kalista here as an example, right? Because Twitch and Stealth, he comes around the jungle and they don't expect him. And they force a fight already, so you have no threat, right? Like Nautilus is gonna use his shit. And the fight's already going to be going. It's like, as a jungler, I wouldn't say that it's actually that bad to play into. But if you're a laner, then obviously it's very bad or difficult. But so far, the game's looking pretty insane here. Pretty poggers. And what I would look to do now is try and just catch up with Rammus in terms of CS. Just clear my jungle, get it on cooldown. Not really any need to like look for anything here. Considering you're so close to 6, I personally would prefer to just get that. Right. I maybe would agree that I would have gone here and took the top lane camps, but as I've said before, like if you've cleared one side of the jungle, you're fine. Like at least just clear one side before you do something. And that's what we're seeing here. And this is fine. I probably wouldn't have done this, but pressure on the map and like pressuring lanes and stuff is obviously good. If you have laners that are willing to play with you like this here, then it's definitely worth it, right? Maybe you don't get anything, but still you're putting pressure on the map, which is good. Best actually goes hammer and kills him. That's nice. Not sure how close he is to 6, so we can see it here. Get some LCS view here. Fresh goes to the flay. Twitch goes to the auto attack. Alia throws her Q. Fresh lands the hook! Kalista goes with the auto attacks and the E. Boom! Gets the kill. And instantly the dragon. That's what I like to see. This is what you guys should try and do too. Like, if you guys get, like, kills bot lane. Obviously, if you kill the bot lane and the jungler or whatever, and then you wait a bit and then you go dragon, then it's not a good idea. Because they're gonna come back, right? Like, then you want to recall. But if you can do it instantly right after, then go for it, right? This is all good stuff, huh? Recalling before he takes the red. He has lower gold, obviously. And I maybe even would have gone top to bot here. But it just really depends. You're into Gromp now, so there's not really any need to go top lane again. It's like you might even expect to see Twitch doing the same here. But you can just stay bot lane now. Just take the camps there and just ignore it. I mean, obviously blue is spawning again, so it's a bit different. But if blue wasn't and there's only one camp, you don't really have to care that much again. Again, as I said, if you clear one side, you're good, at least. At least clear one side, you're good. You clear both sides, you're fucking Gucci. Obviously, map pressure and stuff like that is important. Something I might do wrong is that I read too much for farm. And maybe I lose too much pressure on the map sometimes, but it's just something I would have to look into. I'm going for the blue buff here as opposed to the bot lane camps is also fine, considering blue is a big buff as opposed to the smaller ones. It's nice to get that cooldown again. Also, and Riven obviously died and Kill is pushing, so defending that is important too. So I like the pathing here. It's good. Gets the kill flash. Unfortunately, the auto missed. Use flash as well. Use W though. That's obviously like creep flash. Like you don't want to do that, but it's something I would do. But like if you want to like look at like like the right thing to do would be not flash there. Like it's just not worth it. But I'm not flaming him. Like I would have done the same thing 100%. The one thing I'd specify the importance of is like throwing your W or something. Like maybe you don't do additional damage or something, or like it doesn't add that much. They flash out of it or something. But you do add 1 stack of poison here. It's like getting the most out of like your first like opener is like good, you know? It's like getting that initial slow and then the auto attacks, like you'll auto W, then that's obviously gonna pay off, right? Like they're gonna get slowed, you get an additional poison stack maybe, right? So always if you have W, just throw it, like auto W, like just practice it. I fail it a lot and it's tilting. But if you do focus and you just pay attention to it, then it's not really that hard. You just open W, like auto attack W, and then goes off, and we're back on track. Right. Overall here again, game is looking really good. He's going damage, as I said. He's not going tank, as I like to do, on 98 tech. And if you have the question of like, what's best? Is 98 tech best? Is damage best? Like, they're both like fine, you know. There's no. Maybe you wouldn't even have that much success with 98 tech higher up, because your slow becomes kind of. Well, like your tempo's really bad early game. And from what I've seen, most junglers that play Twitch actually goes AP. And I do think maybe that's the best option. But obviously AD is way more fun. We know Rammus doesn't have ultimate now, so that's something you want to think about here when you go for stuff like this. What kind of abilities do they have? I mean, Rammus' ultimate is about to come up. But based on the fact that he used it just before he died, or when he died top lane, he should know that it's not up yet. Yeah, his tempo's really good. Nothing bad really to say. It's all looking pretty good. And one thing I wanted to say when it comes to builds is that going PTA can also actually be pretty good as a jungler. I think I've seen him play PTA too. I'm not entirely sure. It's actually fine. Nice ultimate here. I think the Kale ultimate there was actually kind of bad. I think she just ulted herself. I don't know. I mean, the vision on Twitch is pretty good though. Yeah, standard stuff. Oh, dragon is spawning. Yeah. Wait, what was the button again? Oh, here we go. So, what I wanted to say is, I probably would have cleared topside camps there, given the fact that there's nothing much going on yet. I was looking on the map, but now you see Lee Sin bot lane, so this was actually a good call regardless. Yeah, you can definitely see that he's like prioritizing being on the map more as opposed to farming, which isn't bad. Maybe not as greedy as me when it comes to farming. Then it looks like it's gonna go into Bork after, which is good. I've found Bork to be like more about the utility of the slow, or like the increased movement speed, especially against someone like Volibear or something, like where you just want that initial like burst to just get away in the opener. Same can be said about Rammus, Lee Sin, these kind of champions. You just want to get away, so you don't have to step that much, and you can just auto attack. You know? You feel me? You feel? You feel? You feel me? You feel? Yeah, Dragon being the main focus here is also very nice. This is what you guys should do too. Like, if Dragon is up, just be there, you know? He's strong. He knows he's strong right now. Like, if they fight, his ultimate is up, like, they're most likely going to win. Right? And he knows that, for sure. It's like he has no problem contesting these. Bot lane is really fucking fed. Like, there's no reason to look for fights right now, like team fights. It's hard to make them, but one place where you will have team fights will be Dragon, right? Okay. Sucks about the vision here. That Fresh doesn't have any. Gonna greed and go look for the back again? No. Yeah, that is good too, backing off. I definitely would have gone for that red. Because I'm a greedy piece of shit. It's really hard to like tell when you should go, like when you can do stuff though, because like you can't just be on the map for no reason, you know. Sometimes people are just perma shoving or something, and then it's good to farm. But like you can definitely see like situations are being created here. And obviously this playstyle here is more rewarded in higher elo, because people are more likely to just play around it. I'm not saying that to like praise high elo players or something, but it's a fact, right? But that's not saying that you shouldn't do this in low elo too. The thing is, you won't get punished that hard for farming in low elo, right? So when you don't get punished for something, then you can do it. Getting some stutter steps. How's levels looking? He's actually even in levels with Rammus, which is nice. And stuff like Herald is going to be a lot easier to take when you have Kraken. Like when you have TMR with Send, like it's going to take a bit longer. That's for sure. Throwing the W back. Always nice to see as well. Yeah. The reason why I like to emphasize on farming as opposed to ganking or being on the map is because it's easier to just full clear and then eventually learn and figure out when you have time to be on the map, as opposed to continuously be on the map and just be useless at every game, right? Like you'll find these small windows every single game when you're full farming, like full clearing, like where you can be, and like path towards that, but still clear, like full clear, you know? And then just eventually you'll just find the right windows, and then you know when you can leave farm or when you can take it right. And as I said, like taking 2 camps on one side is good. I'm curious why he's not farming that much though. Like, oh, were they down? No, they're up. Yeah. How much gold does he have? Okay. I just wanted to finish blade. This is a bit greedy though. Like if he dies now, it's bad. He has Herald, so that's fine. You can just use that and shove. But I wouldn't really look for a fight right now. And I hope to not see that here either. But then again, it's hard to say. Like the proper play versus like what actually works. Like the proper play here would be to recall, right? Spend your money and then like maybe try and fight. Dragon is spawning, so yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna work because they're so fed, right? Like Liz is fed. But just because something works doesn't mean like it's the best play or like the proper play, you know? But getting a recall before Dragon is definitely something I would look for. I also think it's important to like emphasize and like just play proper sometimes, you know? Like don't do the stupid plays. Like even if they work, just learn to play the game properly. Like sometimes people will take Baron or something and it's like a flip, or you can take Inhibitor first and then take Baron and have more uptime on super minions with the Baron buff, so you don't have to waste your Baron to get the Inhibitors. Like that's a proper play, right? But like both work maybe, but like do the right one, do the proper one, you know? Like just play the game properly, like the right playstyle. He is so fucking fed right now. 18 minutes, 2 items. Level 10, soon 11. And like now, the proper play would be to just wait for Baron, you know? Just farm up 1 minute and then go for Baron. Don't take risky fights. Don't die randomly. Just farm up. Like, there's no need. Like, you don't have to push in, like, bases. Like, maybe when Baron spawns, you can, like, group top lane. Go for the tier 2 there. Try and force the fight there. And then rotate the Baron. Instead of just picking random fights, right? And then you'll have success. I don't mind the pickoffs though. Like they're fine. I mean, it's obviously solo queue play, right? But as I said, like the best thing to do, like in every game, is to just group one lane when Baron spawns, shove, either you get Tau or you get Baron, right? Like they are gonna win the fight now. Most likely. It's like grouping up somewhere, be it mid lane or top lane, and then forcing a fight, just like they want to do on Dragon, right? Like, he obviously wants to fight on Dragon. He knows he'll win. And as I said, like, they're hard to create in other places, but like, you can create them. There? I'm sick of fighting here. And like now Baron is fine, right? But it's just such a weird fight. Obviously played well. I mean, this is solo queue, right? Like, we can't... Like, I'm not gonna... complain. It's the right thing to do. This too, right? Like, taking these fights and killing them. Like, it's solo queue playstyle. But I'm just like... If they were to, like, group somewhere, like, they would do way better. Which is why I'm saying it. I'm not sure if he streams. I'm curious if he does. I would like to see like if he types anything or like how he communicates. Like that's like also like one of the interesting aspects of Twitch. Like how do you play around your team? Which is something we should be looking at now. Now that it's Baron, like how does he play? Will he try and go for like the 1v5 plays? Will he play with his team and then play careful? And then wait for like a fight to happen and then open up? That's kind of like what we saw happen the last fight, right? Like he just sat back. Something I probably would do, just run in and then die. So that's nice to see. But I'm curious to like see the communication. Can I see the pings who's doing them? Oh, I can't. Oh, he pings his Q actually. It's the lantern. Yeah, nice pinging mid lane. I think this game was like 25 minutes long, so I'm going to assume it's going to be over soon. But it's definitely nice to see how active it was on the map. And it was on time on Dragon every single time, which is something you guys should try and do too. Like, just whenever Dragon's about to spawn, like, you need to be there. Like, it makes such a huge difference. Let's watch this fight once more. We watched it in Pro 1. As I said, I'm curious to see how he plays, right? Like, so if they engage on Fresh first, like if they take the aggro, if he just opens, like he sees the opening here, he's playing crit, Nautilus uses Q, so he probably waited for that and then he went in, right? But he still plays like the side lane Twitch, like where you don't necessarily like play front to back, but you're like lingering on the side. And then you're just kind of like waiting, and then like either like you can go behind them or on the side and then you like catch them, you know? Ooh. Is Lee Sin gonna go in? No. Hey, camera, we're looking at the Twitch here. Thank you. And to the dragon. Nice. I'm not usually that keen on these drakes, but it's actually kind of nice when you're playing Twitch because you get the movement speed, I think. I have no idea. I literally couldn't care less about this dragon, but I'm pretty sure it gives you like burst of movement speed when you ult. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. As I said, I've said this many times, I literally couldn't care less about Cloud. Wait, oh shit. We have spoilers here. Sorry, actually. I don't think it matters that much though. If you stream store and you guys know, then link that below. I'd be willing to watch an actual like live game. See how it communicates and stuff. And if I do, then I'll definitely link his channel or whatever. He's definitely good though, for sure. As I said, he's probably the highest rated Twitch jungle main on Europe West at the moment. Space sliding, nice. Yeah, you can see it side how the game ended. But yeah, overall, really good. A lot of my pressure. Sacrificed some farm, but he still gets the lane XP, right? So it doesn't really matter that much. But it's good to practice both, like full clearing, being on the map, and then fine-tuning, you know? He has played loads of games on Twitch, so he's like comfortable. He knows what he can do or what he can't. Right? Feel free to try this build too if you're a 98 tech user only. It's definitely good too. Yeah, no. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this shit here and what I can do better. This was actually kind of interesting. Even though I'm pretty sure I did this okay, but you know. Anyway, take care. Have a good night. Sleep well. Nice to be back. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.